Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to show you two cool things. The first thing is it's on tradingview.com. They have bar replay. Even if you don't pay for it, you just use the free version. You can do bar replay on days, which is the coolest thing ever. So you can see if I can skip forward to the next day, and that way, if you're making a prediction about how the price is going to move, you think you have an understanding. Instead of waiting for tomorrow to find out the results of your prediction, just travel back in time and apply the same strategy and see if it worked. And it's super quick and super fun, actually. I like to do this as like just a video game, it's super fun. And then another thing is volume profile. So volume profile shows you when there's tons of volume, what was the price traded at. So you can see tons of volume in this area, and the price was sold around here, and it tells you the exact middle where the price was most sold. So it's this line right there. And that's pretty important because that's where most people have their positions. So this says each of these candles is 1 day, and I have it set to go 100 days back. You can change that by modifying the settings on volume profile from Algo. You can set it to more than 100 days, 365, whatever you want. I'm just going to do 100 days. And it shows you where most people have their positions. So if the price gets too far away from that line, there's a chance people are going to sell their positions for a profit, or if it goes too far down, they're going to buy more to buy the dip, and it kind of tends to come back to that line. That's where most people are going to react. So you can think of it kind of like a magnet. The price tends to stay at that. So you can see over here, once that was once that was created, with all this huge volume, then the price tends to stay around it. So it might continue doing that for a little bit. And that's really good when you're trying to trade a range and you see there's a pullback. It starts to turn the other direction. You know exactly where the price is going to turn around. So it's not going to go too far away from there unless there's some news. So you definitely need to stay on top of the news, and there's a section for that as well on the sidebar. I think it's this one, but definitely something good to know. I also added pivot high low. So pivot points just kind of tell you this was the max for, let's see what the range is, 10 days. Okay, so 10 days to the left and 10 days to the right, this was the max. So you don't know until 10 days in the future. But after 10 days, you can confirm that this was the top. So it's important to know where the highs and lows were, and that's going to give you a better idea of support and resistance lines. So I kind of want to talk about these levels and make some predictions. So like I said, this first blue line that I added, price is going to stay around there. So let's see what happens. Okay, you can see the price moves up and down, but it stays around there. So it went too high, and now it came back down, and it's going to keep going down to that line. Look at that. We can predict the future. Price goes too far down, and then it's going to come back up to that line. Maybe I can draw some lines here for you. And there you go, we just predicted the future. So again, when this is where most people bought their positions. So when it goes too far down, people are going to start buying more and more because they like the stock at that price, and the price is going to come back up. They're getting it at a discount. So now it's going down for a while. Okay, let's hold. Now it just turned around. So it's possible that the price is going to come back. You can definitely enter a position, nothing too large. Now we can see it's still going up, going down. Okay, let's try it again. Buy some more to try to buy the dip. There we go, we just hit it. It's going in the right direction. Okay, we didn't go completely. We can try again right here. Oops, I meant to do it on the one before. Let's see if it's gonna work. Massive candle up. That must have been some news or something very exciting. So maybe this line is not gonna be very relevant anymore, but let's see. So far it seems to stay around there. It came back above it, and a huge drop down. So that's the news that we're talking about. Let's see how that affects it. So like I said, we can disregard this line by now because of the huge gap down. That's some news. So now we need to address that. So let's let it play out for a little bit. and then we can start getting some more ideas. So you can see the news hit it all the way down here. So maybe we can say that something around here is kind of the bottom. Okay, it broke through that. That was not the bottom, but roughly it is. Yeah, so roughly that's the bottom. Came back up. So we're trying to find the levels of support and resistance where we think if the price breaks through that, it's going to move dramatically. So most people still have their positions up here, which means when the price is this low, they're going to get a little scared. So if the price kept going even further, they might have sold their positions, because that's a 50% loss from where they have their orders to this was a 40% loss. So they could have easily gotten scared and pushed it down, and that's probably what happened here. Let's just watch it play out, and I can definitely press play and just let it do its thing by itself. And there's also a much faster version if you want to speed it up. But we can see that the level just shifted. Now it's up here because of this massive volume candle. So tons and tons of volume. Let's see if we could use that. Oh, the price almost hit this, which is good. It's working as a support. Okay, touched it, broke through, and it's going down. But you can see it's just small volume. So it's not really affecting too much. Most people are still holding up here. So people might buy this dip and try, there it is. Let's see. It looks like the price right there, you can see that we returned to this level again for the, it's actually the point of control now. And then this is the new support. And the top, I guess, would be somewhere around here. You can see that's where the price stops and the top of the candles is. And also you can see right here that this was a pivot. This was an absolute bottom. So yeah, now it's trading in this range. Like I said, the POC is kind of a magnet. Let's see if that's going to continue being the deal. So after the high volatility of the whatever news was happening, now we're back into just no news, business as usual, hovering around the POC. And this is a good time to trade. You know, if it starts to go down and then starts to head back up, we know exactly what to expect. Okay, went a little too high and it came right back down. There you go. Went a little high and it's about to come right back down, right? I mean, it's trying, it's breaking out. There we go, came right back down to the POC. Trading at the POC again. And this is you know, super fun way of just seeing if you understand anything. Okay, so we had a huge sell-off. People are scared. Are they going to buy the dip, or is this going to keep going? Probably they're going to buy the dip, but it did test this support, and this is a new low, so it's very scary. There it is. It just kept plummeting down, and that's what happens because everyone had their position here. They were scared of this support. Once it broke, get out of your position. Take the loss. So it looks like most people just took that loss and then bought that dip. Came right back to the POC, which is interesting. Okay, skyrocket. And just look at the size of this. 30% in 2 days. Absolutely massive. All right, so now at this point, with this massive volume, we're gonna assume everything we knew before is irrelevant now. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Let's zoom out, see if there's any other relation over here. So what you want to do to zoom out is you go to the volume profile and just scroll that. Well, let me just do it manually. There you go, 300, 400. Okay, so we can see now that we're at 300, that's a full year, that right here is a pretty significant level. You see how this is the actual PO point of control, but now that the price is going to stay in this range, somewhere up here, it's not going to go back down there. So we're going to use this as a bit of a POC for now. Let's see if it's gonna, there it is. It's hovering around that range. See, and we predicted the future. By just knowing where people had their positions, we were able to predict, oh geez. I mean, you can't predict these massive drops, those are the news, but you can predict these drops, like once it gets back to the position where everyone has all their money in, you can assume that they're going to start feeling comfortable again. This massive drop means everything is irrelevant again. All right, let's zoom out, look for a POC. We have this one, and that's pretty much all we have. Let's play it out, see what's going to happen to the stock. So at this point, I wouldn't enter any positions until we get something strong. But you can see a massive volume here to buy it. So tons of people entered in this range, and you can see that's actually pretty strong. We're about to get a lot stronger. It's probably going to become the POC. There you go. It just became the new point of control on this level right here. So let's go ahead and play it. Oh, sorry, it's up here. Called that one a bit early. There you go. All right, so the price should stay in that range. There it is, it just went above it, and now it's gonna go back down. It's gonna stay business as usual. There you go. A little too high, come back down. I mean, those are just massive. This is what news can do. 360% returns in a month. You can't predict that kind of stuff. That's all news. But when it comes to these intraday boring stuff, the best way to know what's going to happen is by looking at the past and where people have their positions. So you can see a new POC right here. Awesome. Let's go ahead and see if we can make any predictions here. All right, let's play it out. Okay, price dropped. So we're going to assume that the price is going to come back to the POC. Can we make a 20% profit? Nope, not yet. And there we go. Let me zoom out again to see that there's a bit of a point of control here as well. So you want to make sure you stay on top of that. I might be zoomed too far out. Let me go ahead and edit the volume profile, zoom it back into 100 days, keep things relevant. Yeah, so you can see, oops, oh no, I pressed the space bar, I don't know what that does. But yeah, hope you guys had fun. Definitely play with it. This, you just click up here to the rewind, click on the candle, choose which candle you want to start from, and then press play. And you can go ahead and make your predictions, feel it out, get an understanding of it. And even if you just wanted to replay the last month so that you can make your current trade right now, go ahead and do it instead of just looking at it, because then you have tons of bias. So for example, if I wanted to jump to the real time, okay. So if I wanted to trade this stock, so what I would do is I jump back here, and then I would start planning it out from here. So this is like a few weeks or a month back. All right, so now I see that this is an area of resistance, this is an area of support. We play it out, see if we can get an understanding of what's happening, what's going to happen, where the positions are. I hope this helps you. Price action is definitely one of the best indicators, way better than RSI or MACD. Price action is king for most traders. So let me know if you guys want any more details. I can definitely do some more videos.